Welcome back to Beast Mode Camping, where we don't just test gear, we survive with it. Many people would argue that your sleeping pad is the most important piece of your pack, and I tend to agree. Without a good night's sleep, the rest of your walk could just be a disaster. And I'm on a journey to find the best one out there. Hiking, adventure, hiking, adventure, hiking, adventure, hiking, adventure, Hikenture. Today we're checking out a sleeping pad that promises to be wider, warmer, and longer than your average sleeping pad. It's the Hikenture extra wide, extra long inflatable sleeping pad with a claimed R value of 6.2. And I'll give you a reminder of what the R value is here in just a minute. Now, if you're new to hiking, you'll want to get a sleeping pad that's small enough to either fit in your pack or on the outside. A lot of the times I'll put mine right here, or I'll reserve that for my tent to save a little space inside my pack. Now, you don't want to only worry about the size, you also want to worry about the R value. Now, the R value is basically how much heat or thermal resistance something has and allows it to pass through it. So the higher the R value, the higher the heat resistance. And it's a super simple scale. Basically, a 2 is twice the value of a 1. So if you put two 1s on top of each other, it's going to be the exact same. And the higher you go up, the higher the thermal resistance. This one claims to be a 6.2. Up until this point, I've been hiking with the REI Helix. I've also had a Big Agnes, and those run somewhere around 4 to 4.5. And this one again is 6.2.
First things first, this thing's 78 inches by 25 inches.
So even if you're built like a linebacker, this should be plenty. So let's see what this thing has to offer. First off, it comes with this bag, and this isn't just a bag. In fact, anything that weighs anything extra while you're out on the trail, let's get rid of it. I'm gonna do that right now. Now, every ounce counts. Ounces add up to pounds. So, and this thing, even being extra wide and extra long, is
24.5 ounces.
Which, looking at my REI Helix, I think the REI Helix is 1 ounce less. So for you bigger dudes, this is probably gonna be what you want. It also comes with this nice inflation bag, and let's see how this thing works. Now, you just pop this open. This one has a nice connection tube that'll fit right into it. And just when you're uninflating it, this little tab in here, you're just gonna have to pull that out, and it lets all the air out. So you connect this, lay it flat, then you just fill this sucker up like this by opening it. Give it a couple twists and push down. I've found it's easier when you're on the ground with it. Now, if you get the entire bag full, it should only take 3 bags. However, that's a little bit difficult for me, so I've found it takes about 5. But this does accomplish 2 things. One, it keeps you from having to blow it up for the next 45 minutes with your own breath. And using your breath and the humidity in it isn't great for the insulation in it. In fact, it's been known to help it break down faster. So I'd recommend never using your breath to blow up an expensive sleeping pad. Come in at a slight angle so it allows the air to push through faster. And just like that, we're done. Then you'll just want to remove this, and you'll notice right here that rubber fitting is keeping all the air in. Then push that back on and you're good to go. Now, if you can't be bothered with this, you can save a couple ounces, get rid of this.
You can't leave it out because you already told them you can't use your breath to blow it up.
No, you can.
But you said not to.
No, I'm about to. Something I always recommend, because I really don't, it's not that I don't like using those, but I really don't have the patience or the time. And that's where these come in. I always recommend a pump. That's where something like the Flextails come in. This one happens to be the 5.0, and I absolutely love it. This thing will do it in about 30 seconds, as well as it's a light. So you get dual function here. And within about 30 seconds, you're gonna have a full air pad. Whoop!
I don't think that was faster than 30 seconds.
Yeah. And I'm not sponsored by Flextel at all, but I absolutely love their products and highly recommend them. Now this thing's rugged enough for me to lay it right on the ground.
It's 3.2 inches thick.
And as comfortable as can be. It's definitely wide enough to keep my shoulders and everything on it. And as you can see, it's got plenty of room for people taller.
So Tony, how would this mat compare to another mat with an R value of 1?
Well, so think of it like this. So an R value of 1 or 2 is really only going to be used during maybe the summer and spring. 3 to 4 is in your cooler conditions. Anything with 4 to 9, that's really going to be your 4 season. It's something that you can use in the winter, right on the ice or snow, and you're going to be just fine. And with an R value of 6.2, that's really punching into the territory of when it's frozen out. That's really going to be the difference between you having a great night's sleep and something that's going to keep you up all night long. But it's really meant for those winter conditions when it's super cold out and keeping your body heat trapped inside your body versus the earth sucking it out. Because remember, the earth wants to kill you. And I described that in an earlier video, which I'll post somewhere around here, about all the stuff you should bring to go camping.
So how much does that thing cost?
And that's a great point. So my REI Helix, while I absolutely love it, and that's my go-to up until at least this point, the Helix is about 170 bucks. This one, I think, is in the $70 price range, but you can find these on Amazon, and I'll leave a link in the description. But part of me reviewing things is not only looking for the best price or the highest grade product, but it's really trying to bring you guys value, something that can get the job done at a great price. And I think this might fit the bill.
So can I use that to float behind my boat?
One thing people may not understand is that there's a lot of R&D that goes into outdoor equipment, which justifies the cost of the gear. There's a big difference between this and something you'd buy from Walmart to float in your pool.
Probably can. However, I think it's probably a little too expensive for something like that. I mean, you got to understand, these are made for hiking, outdoor camping, stuff like that. And so they tend to be a little expensive. What I've found the easiest is just to press from the back instead of digging in here. You just press it right there. That tab's going to come right out, and it just needs to be in this position while you're folding it up. And folding it back up is just as simple. Put it back in the bag, get all the air out of it, and roll this down.
So you kind of want to keep that bag if it's the carrying case.
It kind of is, yeah, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
And there you have it. So final verdict here, for under 100 bucks, you get a spacious sleeping pad at an R value of 6.2. I think it's a no-brainer. Looks good, feels good. It also comes with an inflation device. Now I'll give you guys an update in the next 6 months once it turns winter. We're going to take this back outside and I'll let you guys know how it handles. But for right now, it's going in the pack. So if you dig reviews like this on gear that matters, don't forget to claw that like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
If you like this type of content, make sure you check out our YouTube channel where we have hundreds of videos just like this. If you want to see our newest adventures, be sure to click the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss another video.
Action!
Oh, you know what? We're going to have to... What is that?
It's hot.